Hi, my amazing planner friends. It's Just Very Magical Planner. And if you haven't guessed already, we have a little bit of a haul today and a review of sorts. So Bloom Planners reached out to me a couple of weeks ago and asked if I'd like to review one of their planners. And I said, sure, of course. And they went ahead and they picked out some items. They asked me to look at their site, give them some ideas of things that I liked, and that they would create a box and send it to me. And that's what this is. So I'm not entirely sure what's in here. I don't think they sent me everything that I told them I liked, which is totally fine. It was very sweet of them to send this to me for free, just to review and share with you guys. So this is the box itself. I think it's really cute. Their website will be linked down below in case you like any of the items inside. And let's take a look at this. So lots and lots of stuff to keep everything protected. So there's our packing slip. Go ahead and just pick all of this out of here and drop something. Sorry about that. Okay, there we go. That is really, everything looks really nice. So I'm going to zoom you down a little bit here. Okay, here is everything that they sent me. Like I said, I just gave them an idea of what I liked and said, hey, these are some items that I'm interested in. Go ahead and pick out whatever you want to send me. Because it's always hard when companies reach out to you. Not that it happens to be very often, but I don't know how much they want me to pick out and everything. So I tried to pick out a variety of different items that I thought would be helpful. So the first thing here looks like it's probably a business type card or an inspirational card. It is on, I would say, like not cardstock. It's almost a cardboard feel to it, like a thin cardboard. So on this side, it has that nice design. It says, a little spark of kindness can put a colossal burst of sunshine into someone's day. Oh, that's a cute concept. I like that. And then we have a bigger art card. Oh, this just has information about all their different people and stuff. I think it's an entirely women-run business, which I kind of like. Let's see, buy one, give one. Every Bloom purchase supports giving 100% free planners to women in need. Oh, I like that concept. That's really cool. Product donations. Bloom has donated over 3 million and counting in products to amazing charities since the founding in 2010. Philanthropy. Bloom provides financial support and volunteer services annually to a variety of charities. Okay, I really like all of those concepts. So, and from everything that I've dealt with them, they seem super nice. So the first thing we have here is just a sheet of stickers. So I don't know what this would go to, if it's just a random sheet that they put in, or if this is part of a bigger set. I will try and figure that out, and if it's part of a set, I'll put it here. But these are they're not matte and they're not glossy. They're kind of that in-between material. And it's just a bunch of kind of summary things. So we have like explore, the girl in her planner here. Let me pencil that in. Hashtag blessed. Outdream yourself. Can't touch this with a cactus. Really cute. We have a unicorn floaty, self-love club. We have balloons, a paper airplane, be the light. That's really cute. We have a puppy dog here. We have a woman in a flamingo floaty. And I like the fact that they're kind of inclusive in their skin tones, it looks like, because this is a darker skin tone and she's lighter. I don't know if she's the lighter brown skin. Is that the way I'm just trying to term the coloring. But I do like the fact that there seems to be some variety in skin tones to be representative of different people, which I think is always good. Sorry, words are hard. Especially when anyhow. Okay. It looks like they sent me a couple of the pads that I thought would be really cool. So let's look at this first one. So this is a daily chore pad. with, these are magnets on the back so you can put it on your fridge or, you know, wherever you need to put it for your kids to see it. I think the fridge is a great location, especially at eye level. So if they were in there getting snacks, they see it. But on this pad, we have, so a daily chores area, and then we have each day of the week, and they're all in different colors, so it's easy to see across and check everything out. Weekly chores that need to get done, and notes and reminders. Really nice. We will pen test this paper in a few minutes, but I'm going to wait to do all the pen tests probably together. But I really like this concept, and then you just tear off at the top. The binding here at the top seems pretty good. And it does say Bloom paper, or bloomplanners.com down here at the bottom, which is the only representation of their company. So not a ton of branding on it. Super nice though. And then the other one that I was like, oh, I like this concept, was this one. And this, sorry, I don't know if the daily chores have different colors. So this is the pastel one. And then this one is the Daily Bloom Daily Planners Weekly List 6x9 Pink and Teal. And again, it has that cardboard backing with the 2 magnets. And on here we have this week's meals. So you can put in all your dinners and then make your shopping list on this side. And what I thought was incredibly cool about this is that it's perforated here. So you could, you know, hang this one wherever you need to so that everybody sees what the meals are. And then you just tear this part off to take with you to the grocery store. And I really feel like every mom probably needs something like this. Some way to do it. Some people put it in their planners. I love having it in my planners, but I also love posting it where my kids can see it, because they'll ask me, and with it being on paper, I can easily rearrange stuff on here as well. So I really like the concept of this. So, and again, very minimal on their branding, just down here at the bottom for the bloomplanners.com. Okay, the next 2 things I'm pretty sure go together. So they just came out with this planner, and it's a chronic illness planner, which I was super interested in because I do have some chronic illness stuff going on. So it is on a ring binding, which I love. I love these type of bindings. The covers are a thicker cardboard type cover with these corner things to protect it. I love the saying on the front, which says, "You are braver than you believe, stronger than you feel, and smarter than you think." And then they added, "Loved more than you know." This is a play off of a Piglet saying, I think it was. Maybe it was Winnie the Pooh 2 Piglet. One of those. But I really love the concept of it, and I like the way that they've done it with the kind of neutral tone in the background. You have the colors, but they're not like in your face colors. So I've only seen a couple of pictures of this, so we'll go through it together. So we have the bloom thing here. We have an area where I guess you could write your name here, because it says is braver than they, and it goes through the whole quote. We have year, phone number, email, word of the year, and then of course their branding. It does say copyright 2022, so maybe this has been around longer than I thought. But I first saw it when they sent the email to me. We have a welcome letter here, community advice. That's interesting. I kind of like that. Stay connected. So it has some different things here. There's a private Facebook group, it looks like, which is kind of nice. It reminds me of the Moxie Life stuff. Being your own advocate. So it tells you how to do some of those things, which is very important for chronic stuff, because you have to be your own advocate, because no one else is going to be it for you. And doctors don't always listen, especially if you're a female with a chronic condition that maybe they can't see. Just saying. giving good, bad, or giving feedback, good and bad. This is talking about doctors and the medical system and all of that, which I think is really helpful for a lot of individuals. I like that. Preparing for appointments, things that you need to do. Take a loved one as possible, take notes, or even audio recordings, ask for clarification. This is really good advice, guys, because it can get so overwhelming when you're doing any kind of doctor thing. Like at one point, I was going to doctor's appointments pretty much weekly while they tried to figure things out, which they never actually did. We're controlling symptoms. But it's, especially if you're someone who's maybe going through like cancer treatments. I've done enough of those with my family to know that having some of these prep things done for appointments is really helpful and eases into things. Finding reliable info online gives you some general tips, researching prescription drugs, like giving you actual websites. This gives you a lot of resources, it looks like. Okay, helpful resources. So you have my support team, support groups, mantras and reminders, positive thoughts. These are all really hard, I will say, and very important when you're dealing with any kind of chronic issue. There was a time where my pain level was so high that it was hard to just get through the day. And knowing my support system and having positive thoughts is probably the only thing that kept me here. And it was a one foot in front of the other type deal. I'm in a much better space now, but having these and knowing them and not having to think about them is so important, because sometimes when you're in a chronic illness situation, you're not thinking clearly, especially if things are bad. So podcast and books, etc. Other ways of coping, that's also really important. Things that you can do, because sometimes you feel like everything's out of your control, and just having a couple of ways to have it in control and having that thought out in advance is so important. Okay, a letter to myself. Some days are a lot harder than others, so true. On a really good day, write a letter to your future self that is having a tough day below. Include whatever you think you would need or want to hear in that moment. Refer back to this when you need a boost. Oh, that's a really good idea. I haven't thought of that one, but I like it. So, and it says amazing wellness warrior down here with the sincerely. Okay, next we have things not to do. What's okay to be left undone, things I can't control, things that drain me, and other. This is really helpful as well. They've put a lot of thought into this. The year of more and less. Okay, so things that you need to put aside for now, and things that you need more of to keep your mental state in a good spot and your physical state. Then we have over here a mood tracker. Mood tracking is really important in my personal opinion when it comes to chronic illnesses, because if you are not in a good mental space, it is hard to get your physical self in a good spot. So it's so important to see when you're starting to take a downward turn so that you can do something to kind of course correct. So I think this is really good. Plus there are different meds that can affect your mood, and having that recorded is easier to go into the doctor and say, hey, I started this med, and after I started this med, this is what happened. Here's my log. Just saying. My joy list. What brings me peace and happiness? What do you love about yourself? Refer back to this page when you need a boost. I love myself because, and I feel best when. Okay, so these are all, again, things to help you from a mental perspective to deal with your chronic stuff. I'm grateful for, and then you have the spiral out, so you can put on each one of these lines, or at least that's what I would do, something I'm grateful for, and be able to fill in more space. Then we have top 5 goals for the year and my health vision, which is very different than an overall vision. And then they have visit bit.ly/Bloom Vision Boards to learn how to create a vision board. Share your vision board with hashtag Bloom Vision Boards or Plan to Bloom. So that's a really cool idea if you need to look at other people's designs to see what works for you. My medical summary. So this is essentially your name and that. And then we have dates, diagnosed illnesses, and surgeries. I would need more space than this. Am I the only one? Yeah, unless I'm only going back the last year or so, I think I would need more space. Because I've had a lot of surgeries and a lot of diagnosis is not the right word. Because we don't have an official diagnosis for me. Other than my stomach is screwed. Anyhow, medication overview. So you have your medication or vitamin here, the reason you're taking it, the dosage, and any kind of notes. Very helpful. I don't know about you guys. Let's see, how many lines did I give us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think that would be enough, unless they change my medications. Because I take 6 in the morning and 4 in the evening. So it would fit on here. But we changed stuff, and then I would have to mark it out and make another line. So do they give you 2 pages of that? No. They do have a medical expense tracker. This is also helpful. So you put the date, the description, total bill, covered by insurance, balance due, and you have a spot to check off when it's paid. And you can put your deductible tracking down here, which is also really nice. Food sensitivity tracker, very helpful. Feel good foods, okay in moderation, foods to avoid. I think most of my foods fall into these 2 categories. Oatmeal falls under the feels good foods. I don't know if a whole lot else falls in that category. We're working on it. Family medical history. So we get 2 pages for family member and relationship, and then you can write what you need to in there. That only has enough, like I'm from a big family, so this would be enough for both my parents, my sisters, and I could have 3 other relations. Interesting. Lab test results. You also only get 1 page for that. I would have, I don't know, maybe I get more lab tests than most people. But I'm usually getting lab tests every couple of months. At least that's how it's been. It's easing off now, but in the middle of everything, I was getting at least every 3 months, I'd have multiple blood tests done, upwards of 4 to 5. And sometimes the blood test has so many subcategories. I'm not sure that this would work for me. Medical contacts, I think that's good. Most people don't have more than 4. Usually you have your general person, you have the specialist, and then if you're really messed up, you have the specialist. For me, I have lots of different areas, so I think this would be enough, because I have my regular doctor, I have my gastro doctor, I have the ENT that I sometimes see because of the results of the issues with the gastro stuff. And then I have the dermatologist to keep track of my skin stuff since I've had skin cancer. If you're doing cancer stuff, you usually have your normal doctor. You have whatever subcategory. Like for my family, it was a lot of times uterine cancer. So you would have your gynecologist person here, then you have your oncologist, and then sometimes you have the hematologist, or there are other subcategories. So I think this is a good start, and it depends on how sick you are. Oh, there's more medical contact information. Why isn't there more lab? Okay, appointment log. This is also really helpful. So you have a spot to put any questions or concerns, what the doctor says, and any appointment notes, which is really helpful when you're trying to keep organized, because sometimes they give you so much information at once that it's hard to take it all in. So I think this is also really good. So you have all of those. You have the date, the specialist, the next appointment, and the reason for the visit. Okay, I like that. And so how many pages of this do we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think mine is the normal. Right now I'm at every 3 months of seeing my specialist for the gastro stuff. Like I said, there was a time I had a doctor's appointment at least once a week, if not more times. So it just depends on what you have. If you're going for chemo appointments, maybe you wouldn't put those in there, and you would just do the actual, like, I'm sitting down with the doctor, or radiation appointments. So medical overview, also think this is helpful. So you can say when different procedures, you can like really look at it and see, like, I had my last endoscopy here. They did their last PET scan here, those type of things. So, or if symptoms, you can use it for symptom tracking and say, you know, here I had more symptoms and I didn't at this time of year. Because some things are aggravated by the weather. Like, I'm thinking of like rheumatoid arthritis. Like, for a lot of people, it gets a lot worse in the winter. And so things like that. What did they say at the top? Use this spread to record important events related to your health, doctor's appointments, medical changes, new treatments, therapies, surgeries, or any other information that will be helpful to look back on. Okay. Then we have some blank pages. Just a couple. So, last year review, how I felt overall, and you rate it out of 10. Average hours slept, average water intake, overall energy level, mental health rating, and overall self-care. Interesting. Triggers and setbacks, helpers and wins, notes, reflections, and takeaways. Planning for January. This month I will try. This month I will not. On hard days I will remember. Wellness goals, exercise, movement, diet, water intake, and social mental health. Currently feeling, reading, learning, appreciating. Refill medications and schedule doctor's appointments. This is all really helpful, I think. And then we go into a monthly spread. This is pretty typical of just about any monthly spread. I think this is a 7x9 planner, so my guess that most kits would work in here. Then we have, these are weekly spreads, so we have a week on each page here. So we have hours slept, how I'm feeling, so you can rate that. There are 2 pill icons here. Most people don't have to take medicine more than twice a day. So you could fill in one for the AM and PM, and then you have glasses of water here, which is really helpful. And then you can track any other medical stuff in here. You have, it's not dated, so you can start this whenever you want to, which is really nice. Then we have healthy habits and self-care. So you can write your habits in here. Symptom tracking. You can write your typical symptoms in this area. Everyday victories, and notes and journaling. I think this is a really nice setup. I'm not sure if it would work for me, but I'm going to try it out, to be honest. So that's how each week looks. And then you get the, like, an area to just write some general notes. And then we go January in review, and you have those same type of things that we had for the yearly review. And in addition, up here we have change from baseline. So that would probably be what it was last year. And then we have the same type of stuff for the coming month. And I'm guessing we do that for all the months. There doesn't appear to be any color change in from month to month. So it's all kind of this bluish green color. So let's see. Let's go all the way to the back and see what we have at the back. So here's December. Our same pages. This is our ending page here. And we have a year in review, how I felt, average hours slept, average water intake, energy level, mental health, and self-care, lessons I learned, how to improve, and how will I remember this past year. All very good things. And then we have coloring pages. I really like this concept because I can't tell you the number of times I'm stuck waiting for doctors in waiting rooms, or you know, maybe I have blood tests and they want me to stay there and that kind of thing. Having something like this, I think, is really helpful. I know for a lot of family members that when I've gone to chemo or things like that with them, having something like this for them is also helpful. It's not intensive. There's a lot of therapeutic qualities to coloring and doing something just simple like that. Okay, and then we get a page of stickers here at the back. These are like a glossy sticker, so I don't know how well you can write on them. We'll test that in a minute. But they have appointment stickers here at the top. We have different icons for different medical things, it looks like. So we have like a stethoscope, the cross, like the typical, you know, universal healthcare symbol. We have a syringe, it looks like, an exclamation point, a heart, and a calendar with a check mark in it, and then a star, and I think it, oh, no, I'm not done yet. The star, and then we have a test tube, it looks like, and then that repeats. And then below it we have little flags with different little clocks on them. We have these burning ones where it looks like a flame. I'm not entirely sure what those are supposed to be for. Maybe it's the triggers. Somebody tell me, what do you use little flames for? Then we have prescription refills. So we have little cute prescription bottles. We have self-care hearts. And then we have some motivational stickers. It looks like down here, like feeling good. This too shall pass. Growing with the flow. Chronically awesome. Embrace your peace. Just things to uplift you, which I think is nice. And it's just one page. Then we get a folder here at the back. And I do like this as well because the number of times I leave doctor's appointments with additional paperwork for research, or maybe they're putting me on a new diet and they want me to have all the information. This gives me someplace to put it. So that's really nice. And then we have, of course, and you do have two sides to this. So you could put any paperwork that say you're dealing with like a new diet, just for instance, you can put that on this side, and then any billing stuff you could put on this side. So you have a copy of all of that. General thoughts. And then of course we have that back cover. This is pretty sturdy. I do like that as well, so that if you're doing those coloring pages, you really have something sturdy to go with it. So I do really like this. I will put the price of it up here so you guys have that. But I like the concept of this. I'm going to try it out probably over the next month, and I'll try to get back to you. I'll show you some spreads that we've done and that kind of thing, and tell you how I like it after a month. Okay, our last item kind of goes with that, and that is, this is a calendar essential sticker pack. This is in they have different colorways. I think this is the jewel tone. That was the one I told them I liked the best. So we're going to go ahead and open this up and look at it. And again, I will put all the pricing down here for you guys to see. So you have that. But let's see what we have. So this says 7 glossy, 1 write-on. And it's 8 sheets in total. Okay. Oh, that must be the write-on. So the layout for each month seems to be that you get a sticker here with the name of the month. Then you get some specific stickers on this side that have things like monthly goal, gratitude list, busy day, it's a date, party time, deadline, don't forget, reschedule, and cancel. all very helpful. And then once you get past the number dots here, you get some circle icons. So we have 2 for birthdays. We have like the medical cross thing. We have some tools for like some kind of repair. We have a house and a car. We have 4 both of the we have 4 of the fork and spoons and 4 grocery carts. We have 4 exclamation points, 4 dollar sign. No, is it $5 signs? $5 signs. 5. Maybe it's 5 of each one of these. Why was I saying 4? Anyhow, so we have some telephones. We have calendars with little check marks, the hearts and the stars. And it looks like each month has the same icons and the same general stickers, just in different colors. So we have like a dark purple, kind of, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like what to call this color. It's like a pinky brown. Then we have this like teal color and a blue for April. May is green, June is purple, and then it looks like we repeat the colors. So July is that mauve, and then the teal for August. September is blue, October green, November purple, December. And then we get a page with just more of the different months on it, which is super useful. So it looks like we get what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of each month. So that should be perfect for putting on your daily or weekly pages. Then we have winter bucket list, spring bucket list, fall bucket list, and summer bucket list. Monthly task, and it looks like we get, what, 12 of those. Notes, ideas, and to-dos. Also really helpful. And then this one must be the write-on stickers. So these are more of a matte color. I really like this page, to be honest. So you get 8 of these smaller, like rectangular stickers. You get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 12 flags, and it looks like each of the colors, and then you get a couple more pink ones at the bottom there. I wonder if you can get more of just this sheet, because I think that would be helpful. But it's a good start, and I like these colors. I know they just came out with a new color that's more fall themed, so if that's more your style, that's great. These are all glossy stickers here. I tend not to use a ton of glossy stickers, but I wanted to check these out and see, and I think they could work really well. So, all right, let's go ahead and do some pen tests with these. I am going to use just the shopping list portion here because both lists are on the same type of paper, so I don't feel a need to check both types of paper. But I have the planner here, the paper from the checklist, and then I do have the sticker write-on paper. So let's go ahead and try some different things on here to see how they function with different things. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is probably a mild liner. Let's do this purple. So let's see if this is one of the ones with the name on it. This is lavender in a mild liner. So I'm just going to write that there. We're going to do this. And then I'll write lavender here. Do a couple dots. So that seems good. We're going to let it sit for a second. And we'll write lavender here. Or maybe I'll just do both of these. All right. I want to check it on one of these. Let's try it here. I'm just going to use one sticker. So a little bit of smear, not much. I didn't check smear on these. Hold on. So it does have a slower drying time, so you could smear pretty easily, which could bode well for one of my other tests. So next we're going to try a Tombow on here. So I did pick a darker color on purpose, just to see. Do you have a N46? Probably one of the blacks. So yeah, again, it does smear a little bit if you wipe it right away. I don't think you'd have that problem if you let it dry a little bit. So, and then this, And we'll just do with the little end here. Okay, next, let's try a permanent ink pen. So this is a micro perm. And I'm going to do this, and I'm expecting this to be just fine on here. So it is a really fine point. Next, let's try a fountain pen. I'm just trying to decide which one I want to try. Let's do this one. So let's see if it writes okay on here. I tend not to write on stickers. It will smear. I know that, but so this, again, I can see very plainly that it's going to take a minute to dry. It's not smearing there though. Okay. So this has, oh gosh, I think it's Emerald Garden in it, which I really like. That's all three of those. Then we need a gel pen and a roller ball if I have one. Okay, this is just a, you know, normal cheap pen. This one happens to be from Walt Disney World. Ballpoint, which seems to work really well. I don't expect there would be any kind of smearing or anything with that, and it's probably going to work really well here too. Yeah. And then this is a gel pen here. A little bit of smear, not much. And then here, same there. Okay. What else do I have that we could try on here? Oh, I have a dot marker. We can do a dot marker. How about that? I think the dot marker has a lot of potential to be used on this. So the only one that I'm really seeing some slight bleed through on is the fountain pen. Not a ton, but enough that I probably, if I had something on the back, wouldn't write on it. But otherwise, the other ones, I don't see much indication of them going through. They were fine on the sticker. And then let's see how they did in the planner. Yeah, it's just that fountain pen that wants to bleed through. However, that being said, like, it's not so much you couldn't use this page. And it would probably depend on the different ink that you used. If you used a lighter color ink, you might, or different ink, you might not have any issue at all. So, but it was, like, it's smooth enough. I can write on here with my fountain pen if I want to, and that type of thing. I don't know if I would, just for that bleed through factor. I'm a little hesitant, but all the other ones, totally fine. So that's your paper test. If you guys want other pens tested on here, go ahead and let me know. But otherwise, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this and that you took a moment to maybe go check out their website and see what other products they have. They have some really cool things. Thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, I'll see you real soon.